with Pebbles blinking in and stunning, and they just follow up on him. So more play defensive right now, farm up. Swiftblade has to get some help from Wretched Hag, maybe a puzzle box or a sheep stick on him to help counter the ganks from Legion right now.
Well, you say that, you know, that shrunken head might not be super useful. Oh god, what happened up top? It does look like Pebbles insta-combo down someone, and he got out of that. Malphus, not quick enough there, Hellbringer, not quick enough. But at this point, I was just looking at Twista. Where did Twista go? Twista does have himself a Mighty Blade. He already has that Frostburn, so he might be going with that shrunken head anyways. What time will tell, but they really want this mid tower. This mid tower is now within deny range as it gets denied almost exactly then. Wretched Hag is doing a lot of tanking here. She has herself a nullstone to go with that Shaman's headdress, so she's definitely porting a lot of survivability here at this point. Puzzle box wizards coming out from the Hellbringer. Are they level 3? They are level 3, and this is not going to be super good for either team as they're just kind of scattering back and forth. Now Twista, of course, going in there first. He's going to be the prime target. Shrunken Head might have helped him there, Angel. Cough, yeah, but reactionary aside, does look like that this Hellborn team is going to be retreating as there's a lot of big names like right here. Pebbles is going to have his combo up in any second as we do see Vindicator go down, and now just Peg is trying her best, her darndest to get that that Hammer Storm, as it does look like that Hellbringer is going to be joining the death crew here, and Hammerstorm is going to get healed, and Hag is trying her best to get out. She should be okay there. As now, I don't think that worked at all there for YouMadBrah. Did it there, Cardinal?
Yeah, not at all. See, did they have Hellbringer ult? I don't even remember. The fight seemed like it was so long.
No, he used it trying to kill Pebbles in top lane.
Yeah, exactly. See, it seems like they can only win team fights when they have that Hellbringer ult for initiation. Otherwise, they're just kind of sitting around waiting for Legion to initiate, and you can't really do that with heroes like Pebbles and Behemoth and Hammerstorm.
Angel?
Well, absolutely. I mean, there's just too much shit to shoot. If you sit around holding up a sign saying to Legion, hey, punch us in the face, we can take it, we've got all our ultimates to use. The Legion side are going to blink in and kill someone, and then you're going to go, hey, Hellbringer, press R, let's own these fugers, and he's going to go, sorry, I used R trying to kill Bubbles and failing, or sorry, I used R because Malphus is pretty and I would admire his pecs or whatever. And the simple truth of the matter is that they need to have this Hellbringer ultimate available, because if they just blow it for the sheer hell of it and it's not an important team fight, they're going to find themselves up a set and creep without set and paddle, and this is going to leave them being completely smacked around in the teamfight. So they need to acknowledge, hey, the Hellbringer ultimate is valuable, hey, the Wretched Hag ultimate is valuable, hey, the Vindicator ultimate is valuable, and try to save them for teamfights rather than popping them in vain attempts to kill people. And oh dear, Swiftblade caught out in the top lane yet again, does not have enough survivability, and is once again hammered into a shape largely resembling a pancake by the sheer force of Hammerstorm's ginormous glowing red hammer that shakes the flipping screen.
You like his ginormous red hammer, I think. But I do see Pebbles here going in as well, but that is going to be a tower kill for Duskbin, and at this point, 16,000 experience, 14,000 gold in their favor. They're kind of roaming as a 5 right now, picking off the extremities. As we can see, there's no towers up, there's no wards up. That's a lie, there's a few wards down here by Kongor. But at this point, I mean, right now, YouMadBrah is just feeling very penned up. They are in their base. They have no sight other than on that Kongor, and right now it does not look like... Actually, they might be going over Kongor. You think they're going to do Kongor here, Angel?
Well,
Yeah.
the Legion, I think it's an option. I mean, it really depends what they want to achieve. If they think they can win this game by keeping OK or you, whatever, in the base and not letting them out and just keeping control over them, then they're probably right, and they don't really need to chance Kongor. I mean, it all depends on whether or not they think it's worth the risk, and I personally would say, actually, no. This game is going well enough already. You are making mistakes and giving them out teammates and giving them out kills, and I'm just not convinced necessarily that they need to chance everything on Kongor. So I think, by all means, if you want to take Kongor, just so the Hellborn can't do it and can't hope for a lucky swing, or just take it to get it out of the way and push. But I'm not convinced that the Hellborn are going to be carrying them out hardcore. I mean, look at Swiftblade. He's not farming hugely. He's actually been overtaken by Hamstorm. His gold minutes remained virtually static. There's a lot of pressure on him. They've shown they can kill him and kill him consistently. I'm not convinced they need to do anything more than just keep an eye on Kongor in case the Hellborn try to kill him. I don't necessarily think they need to expose themselves Because you have to remember, Wretched Hag, ton of AoE magic damage. Hellbringer, massive AoE magic damage if he's allowed to land that Life Void and Death Bomb on everyone. Malthus stuns you all, screws you completely. You know, Blaze's ultimate, heck, if you'd shut that in on Kongor and 5 people amassed in there, that will probably do bad things as well, assuming it's not instantly cancelled by one of the 9 million AoE stuns on that Legion side. I'm not sure I'd risk it as Legion, because frankly, this is their game to lose, and doing Kongor is probably one of the riskiest things available to them to go, hey, yeah, let's screw up and lose a team fight.
Yeah, doing a Kongor, especially late in the game, is always susceptible to just getting backdoored there, and then, you know, genocide, and that leads to the end of the game. So you're totally right on that part. I was hoping that somebody would do it despite all that, but it does not look like anyone wants to do that. They're all just going to sit back, do some farming, do some defending. We still have the tower advantage here for the Legion team, as they have 3 extra towers up. They're all the tier 1 towers, so to speak. They have not really been touched either. They're all in really extremely 100% health. As we do see this Hellborn team, I guess, I mean, they can't hear us, but it does look like they want to have a Kongor here as well. They're probably going to be putting it on that Swift Blade, or are they going to be putting on that Hellbringer? What do you think, Cardinal?
I think it has to go on Swiftblade. He's the one getting initiated on. He's their main damage dealer. This is really, it seems like their only chance now. If they don't get this, if they get caught right here, it could be game over.
Then caught is exactly the word for it, as Vindicator finds that invisible pebbles right there at his feet. They're going to finish up this Kongor, and it does look like Swiftblade's going to be picking that up, so the token is down and around. Vindicator goes down really quick to that big gigantic hammerstorm. 500 auto attack damages, a lot to deal with, and right now he looks like he's going to try to pick up a triple tap here. A triple tap, a hat trick, there it is. Hat trick right there, or not? No, who got the other attack? Whatever, either way, down they go, and Swiftblade, you know, he comes back to life, he goes down again, and this just was not a good idea. Should have listened to Angel, but unfortunately they can't hear him. So what do you have to say to that, Angel?
Well, I know this is going to sound slightly controversial, but I actually agree with the Hellborn's logic here. I mean, when you're in the kind of situation, if we don't do something radical, we're going to lose, I reckon taking Kongor actually makes pretty good sense, because they know if they just sit there in the base and let the Legion control them out, they're probably going to get out-farmed and have the crap beat out of them. So I don't see anything wrong with going, hey, let's take a risk, let's hope that we can kill Kongor, and let's see if it works. I mean, sure, it didn't work out this time, but you have to remember, it's worth remembering, they got, okay, that's slightly tautological, but they did get Kongor down, and since Hag, it seems to be picking up a hat trick here for no terribly good reason other than the fact that the Legion side aren't paying proper attention. It's worked out better than you thought, but I mean, the reality is it's in every way worth it if you're going to lose anyway, to take a risk on Kongor and hope, hey, maybe they'll scrap and let us take it. Maybe we can do something with that token, because they're sure as hell not going to win if they sit in their base all huddled together under a survival blanket going, oh, please don't let nasty pebbles get our fist us too hard. You know, that doesn't win games.
Yeah, getting fisted by pebbles is probably not a pleasant sensation, but I don't know. Cardinal, yes, no? I mean, right now everyone is kind of just sitting back after that gigantic Kongor skirmish, and what do you think is the next step here? Who's going to do the first push?
Well, I mean, I expect Legion to continue to be aggressive, just kind of waiting. Again, they still have like two wards on the map. They're just kind of waiting for Hellborn to sit in a lane and farm and just wait for that time to go in. Hellbringer's ult's still down. Looks like 38 seconds left on it. So they still have some time to pick someone off, but it looks like Hammerstorm is just enormous. Has the 3600 health, and when he's God Strength, he has 500 damage. So it might be a little too late for Hellborn at this point.
Yeah, those are good considerations to take into effect. As a note, we just had a Behemoth Heart finish up here on the Hammerstorm, making him ever that much more tanky. And again, Twista, you're out too far, as, you know, just death comes out of nowhere with the God Strength coming down. And this is like 2, 3, okay, 5 shotting people is pretty good. Vindicator goes down from that Hammerstorm, although he does get a flying teeth in the teeth. I don't know. But he's going to take out this Hellbringer because Hellbringer is taking a lot of damage. And really, there's the hat trick for him. Who's still alive? It is going to be that Hag. And she's going to put up her best defense here. But at this point, I don't think there's going to be enough to keep her alive. She might get out of that. And nope, she's not going to get out of that. Quad kill here for this Hammerstorm. Definitely a great job carrying. And that will be a genocide. First genocide, actually, here on Team YouMadBrah. So Duskbin Esports, the ebb and flow of the game is definitely strongly in their favor. 27,000 experience, 20,000 gold, as we do see this Hammerstorm just tearing people apart, hammering them into pancakes, as I do believe was mentioned earlier. This is most likely going to be a center Rax. It's not a GG, no GG being called, but at this point, I don't know, Angel, it's looking mighty over, isn't it?
Well, unless God himself decides to come along, level Swiftlane up to 25 and give him a couple of Doombringers for good measure, I think we can fairly safely say there's sod all that Hellborn's I can really do about this. I mean, they've shown pretty clearly that they can't hold a candle to the Legion side. I mean, they've had a token the last team fight, and it still only looked even vaguely fair because Hag pulled some sort of godly triple kill out of the aftermath. They've had this team fight where they've had their shit wrecked, and I can't see a third team fight being any different. I mean, they had Malphus, they had Final Chapter, they had everything. They even had a bloody token and they still couldn't win a team fight. So I fail to see how, barring the Legion side just thinking exceptionally stupid, the Hellborn side can really win this.
Okay, fair enough. While we have a little bit of downtime here, Cardinal, I mean, let's just take a quick look at this Legion team, like how it all came together. So, as we said, the big strength of it was the mobile stunning capacity. So, in that regard, I mean, the picks are probably really good for them. What kind of items did they get to support themselves that's really turned them into the dominant force this game?
Well, I'm actually pretty impressed with this team. At the beginning of the picking phase, I was questioning that tri-lane with the 2 melee stunners, and you kind of have to, almost when you're doing picks, you have to look past just the laning phase and look towards how your team is going to synergize together and what you're kind of going to try to accomplish as a team. And they really just wanted to pick, you know, all stunning heroes, all heroes that have the ability to be mobile and set up ganks, and really those portal keys really helped them out, obviously. And it seemed like that decision to go Shrunken Head on Hammerstorm was a good idea, because he was really their only late game hero, and he is just dominated this game. 15-2 score with 15 assists. It's just, they really executed really well mid to late game.
Okay, Angel, I mean, we've seen this team in action. You've commented, like, hammering flat pancakes, getting fisted by pebbles. Like, was the big key here the picks, or was the big key here a lot to do with also the items?
I think it had a lot to do with one item, and I think that item is wards, because the Hellborn side, frankly, have not really held wonderful map control. And against a team like this that has a lot of ability and a lot of stuns, where if you get caught out by them, you're going to be turned. I should probably pay at least passing glance the fact that Hammerstorm and Hag are having a fight in this top lane. But getting back to where I was, if you let yourself be initiated on by a team with this many stuns, it is never going to end well. I mean, it's all very well saying, yeah, Hellbringer can press, that'll screw everything up. Unless Hellbringer is some sort of machine with no latency and a ridiculously fast reaction time, I fail to see how it's ever going to be possible for him to get the Malphus off in time. And as we see here, did they really just pull a Vindicator ultimate for a Pebbles illusion?
Yep.
Well, that's some pro shit right there, but I mean, the fact remains that they're just not paying enough attention to their map control. And that's a direct result. Cardinal, shut up! I mean, you're not helping me here. But the point, the matter of this is going to lose all semblance of professionals in about 5 minutes, I can tell you.
We lost it a long ago, don't worry.
Alright, I'll just carry on then. But my point, if I can finally get there, which is, this is frankly verbose even for me, is that if you don't maintain map control, you can see with this many stuns, it's very hard to have any chance of winning it. So I think, yes, maybe it was a mistake to somehow let them pack 5 stunners or 5 controllers into a team and then play with it and not get wrecked in the early game for having a double melee tri-lane. But on the other hand, having poor wards sure as hell didn't help the problem either. Now that I've finally said it in 500 words, but I could have said in 20, I think we can bear witness to the fact that the Hellborn side are once again being stomped into the ground in team fight. Wretched Hag here is going to have an unfortunate encounter with a non-double damaged Hammerstorm and die anyway. They have lost bubbles on this Legion side, but I don't think it makes a huge amount of difference at this point. And this will be a second set of racks for the Legion side, unless, Carry Vindicator suddenly pulls out some stuff from his stash he's been hiding from, which I doubt, and to judge by the fact all the Hellborn are quitting, that will be a no.
I don't think I've ever seen them quit before they concede, but c'est la vie, that's what's going to happen, as we do have Duskbin Esports going on to the quarterfinals here at the GameReplays.org TS3 qualifying brackets #1. We do have Pebbles suiciding into the fountain. All good games, but